I had some Donald Jones music playing, and had to come in, tap in, check in with the Alkebulan Kidnaps. You know what I'm saying? Give you guys a little update on what's going on. Saturdays, the verdict was a phenomenal one. You know what I'm saying? Giving you guys a little understanding of Alkebulan spirituality. Um, a lot of the information was coming from these people when it's pertaining to the name and the understanding of it. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. We know it as spirituality. Um, for me myself, I definitely wanted to take the time out to give thanks and honor to the creators, bro. You know what I'm saying? And for myself, I've been slacking on a lot on a whole lot of levels. And like I told you guys before, the slacking is more in the lines of just being, fed up, frustrated, tired of the lies, the confusion, the lack of information being told to us, given to us, which, with somebody like myself, know that, somebody like myself, I know that that's intentional. You feel me? My bad, guys. I'm driving, so when I hit the bumps and stuff like that, it be messing up, man. My apologies for the audio. I can't find my mic pieces, and I'm not even in the mood to go looking for it, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said, a lot of my frustration comes from, you know, a lot of my slackiness comes from frustration and just being disappointed on you know, the direction that we're going as people. You know what I'm saying? And why I just keep falling. You know what I'm saying? So for me myself, I just want to tap in and just want to say thank you to all you guys, and how it's just, how it's just we just alive, fully active. And shout out to you, sis. You know what I'm saying? Top of the top. You know what I mean? This is just another check-in for the Alkebulan Kidnaps. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of you guys got to go to the plantation. You know what I mean? Sheesh, I'm heading to the plantation. You feel me? And I know a lot of times is, you know, a lot of times you get frustrated because when you become awoken to the foolishness and the lies and the hypocrisy and all of the, you know what I'm saying, the hypocrisy that comes along with these religions and just everything that you was told just as an Alkebulan, when you see those things, bro, it literally creates a high level of frustration on every aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like it really it affects us in all fronts. You know what I'm saying? And for some of you guys think that religion is the solution to the problem, but you don't understand that religion is the cause of the whole problem. You can't use the problem to fix the problem. That doesn't make sense. You're just going to create a more toxicated society, which we are seeing now, that is only going to get worse because of the mental state, spiritual state that we are in. That we really don't understand that this is a spiritual battle that we in, bro. We really fighting a spiritual war right now, and we're losing it. You know what I'm saying? We're losing. You know what I mean? Like I posted something on IG, and I know a lot of you guys find it humorous, you know what I'm saying? But I was dead serious. You know what I mean? When the little boy, you know what I'm saying, was ready to fight this Mandem who's trying to be a woman. You feel me? And just the fact that it's just a high riser that within the black community, bro, that's alarming, bro. That is not cool. That is alarming, people. You don't understand. Every time you guys eat that and take that, bro, you are removing another comrade, another soldier off the battlefield, bro. And you're doing it off their expense, bro. Like they're paying billions of dollars to do this, and you're allowing yourself to be subjected to it and be a subject and be a product. You understand? And it's like, yo, bro, how do we fix this? And people thinking that, yo, you go to church and you pray to God and you say this and you say that, but in reality, bro, and hold on. Yo, bro, I'm gonna call you right back. All right. But in reality, bro, like there's an issue that's occurring amongst us that we're it's like we're not fixing the problem. Like we don't know where does this problem reside, bro. This is a real spiritual battle. Son, these niggas has unleashed these demons, bro. We have allowed these people to unleash these demons to the point of no return, bro. We allow these people to unleash these demons to the point of no return. How did these demons get unleashed? We are summoning these things amongst us, bro. Did you guys even know that the ghetto slang language is literally uh, um homosexual conversations that we have, bro? This is why you seeing a lot of people saying the word pause. This is not intentional, bro. I mean, these things are intentional, excuse me. These are taught behaviors, bro. Remember, our slang and our demeanor was we learned it from rappers who was homos. Pause. And again, I know it's a tough, it's a very tough, you know, it's a very tough pill to process and digest. But yo, it's a fact, bro. You know, the power in words. When these people tell you that there's power in words, think about it, bro. We've been talking all of this. We've been using all of this homo talk. Now look at the community filled with homos, bro. And this is no disrespect. I'm just telling you that this is what's going on within our community, bro. This is not of our nature, bro. This is not. How did this get here, bro? And people think religion is the way to fix the problem, bro. Religion has the same shit going on in there too, bro. That means the God that you calling on is not even strong enough to protect you from in his house. Supposedly. When are we gonna wake up and see that, bro? When are we gonna wake up and realize, bro, the demons are still in these places that's supposed to be sacred, bro? How are we in these places, bro? How are we in these places where it's supposed to be sacred and protection and be protected by any means necessary? How come we in these places and none of that is happening, bro? Come on. At some point, we got to start saying, yo, this don't make sense. This is not adding up. At some point, we got to get to that point, bro. At some point, guys. You understand what I'm saying? We're putting too much, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. We're putting too much trust into, too much effort into what these people gave us. Remember, they gave you this. Remember, all your information is coming from their writings, their perspective. You can't be like, yo, the white man, the devil, blah, 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 blah. But then you go into their resources, their sources to prove that they're the devil. That doesn't make sense, bro. You're using their writings, their literature to justify it as you. You're saying things, people out, yo, look, listen, man. The beliefs and the myths that's going on within us when it comes to religion, bro, is ridiculous, bro. We really gotta grow up. We really gotta man up. We really gotta say, yo, bro, I'm a grown ass man, son. At some point, son, niggas gotta say, nah, this is not, something is not right. Some point, at some point, this gotta stand out, bro. At some point. All up, yo, my entire studies that I've been doing when it pertaining to religion, bro, my entire studies, the biggest conclusion that I had, the two conclusions that I had, that religion is all about division. That's number one. And number two, religion is always like our feedback, our resources, where do you get your sources, will always be from them. And if it's coming from a brother from ours, it's gonna be ours with the overshadow of them. It's like they will never allow us to ever, when I'm telling you ever, tapping into the Alkebulan the way we supposed to, bro. Never. I posted something about Ibrahim and how he's, unifying, etc., etc. YouTube said now they blocked that joint. They blocked that joint from even being released. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. That lets me know what's really the biggest issue. What's really the biggest threat, bro? Niggas will allow you to be on here talking religion all day, Monday through Sunday, bro. As long as you're following their doctrine and you going through their resources and you going through their things to read from David Weinstein's novel and book and mystical stories, as long as your eyes is glued into their work, they're gonna support it because it's a win-win for them. Like I ask everybody, yo, who benefits from every Bible that's being sold? And why is the Bible a fee? The Bible should be free. Let me say that again. Why is the Bible a fee? The Bible should be free. If this is the word of God, and God is the man who runs the world, and Jesus came, etc., etc., and Jesus said, freely given, freely received. Jesus said that. Why is the Bible not given to us for free? Why am I spending thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, $20, $30? Why I gotta download an app? And why when I download the apps is always being updated? What are you updating? Why would the app need to be updated? What are you updating? And every time they update, you find another scripture. Every time. When I go into the Strongs, when I used to have the Strongs and I used to be fully into the Strongs, every 3 months it was another update. They would change precepts, they would change this, and I'm saying to myself, but if this is the word of God, why it needs to be changed? Why is it always being altered? Why? Even in today's times, the Biblos is still being altered. But this is supposed to be the holies of holies. This is supposed to be the word that's going to give us our sanction, our freedom, our salvation, etc., etc. But yeah, we every day it's a different print. It's a different version. It's a different understanding. Nobody's on the same page. And that's what I told you. This is what I got. It's all about the vision, and it's all about keeping your eyes focused on their work. It's never about focusing on us. Black people, we don't know nothing about Alkebulan. And I owe it to my ancestors. I owe it to the creators. I owe it to the kidnappeds worldwide, bro. That I get this information that I know about myself, that I know about Africa, bro. I think the time is now. I think it's time for us as black people to start teaching our children everything black. Black inventors, black doctors, black lawyers. Stop telling them about Frank Matthews. Nobody gives a fuck about no drug dealer. All them drug dealers die slow, nigga. We don't care for that. I used to be a drug dealer, and if I was still on to that and the creators took me out and the ancestors took me out, I deserve that. You feel me? Let's just call it what it is, bro. We glorifying the foolishness, bro. We're glorifying murder, bro. And that's intentional. Oh, show him Alpo and how he used to have money, show him Rich Porter and how they used to have money and all of this. Yeah, they got money off what? Off the demise, off the sacrifices of innocent black people. I don't care what you telling me, bro. It's wrong. We don't pick and choose what's right and wrong. We don't say, yeah, I had to do it because I had to take care of my family. My nigga, once you made $1 million, you should have took your whole family out. You should have stopped. You should militarize your community. You did not do that. You fell in love with the money. And like I said, I'm gonna do a podcast that money is everything evil, bro. Don't let these people tell you, don't let these religious books tell you that the love of money is the root of all evil. No, money is evil. Money is the root of evil. Money is a plant. Money is a plant that grows from the ground of Lucifer himself, nigga. Let's talk about that, bro. Stop playing with me, man. I keep telling you, man, I'm on a whole nother level when it comes to this understanding called life, bro. I'm on a whole nother level, bro. I've never my entire life, I've never been told to see the world the way that you guys see it. Never. My son is like that. Both my children is like that, bro. Both my sons is like that, bro. And I understand why. Because they dad is like that, bro. Now we see the world. We don't see the world from the eyesight that they tell you to see it from. Yeah, we see it from the beginning, and then when it gets boring and when it don't make sense, I was always told to move on. Nigga, we was doing Beyonce before Beyonce. You heard? To the left, nigga. We've been doing that. You understand? And I'm just saying that because we need to understand what the heck is going on, bro. We're playing a game that we don't. We're playing a game that we're not even prepped to play. We in a spiritual fight that we're not even fully armored. Put on the full armor of God and to protect you. Nigga, we had the whole armor of God, bro. What are you talking about, bro? We've been trying the armor of God, bro. How the heck you think we got here, pimp? How the hell you think you got here, pimp? How you think you got here, pimp? Y'all niggas is bugging, bro. How you think we got here, man? We've been put the armor of God, and the armor of God has failed us. So that means that's a clear indication that the tools that they told us to build this castle, this kingdom, can't be built. And it's only gonna be built in a state of, oh, one day. There ain't one day, bro. It's no one day. Every day another black man dead. Every day another black man in jail. Every day another child is born in a single parent household. Every day another child is born with a disruptive mother or father, drug addict, etc., etc. Every day, bro. Every day is another child being diagnosed with autism. Every day is another child being diagnosed with cancer and stuff. Every day there's something, bro. Every day. And we don't have the single tools to fight this problem. And all we doing is praying, and they come on this online and give niggas hope. I'm tired of doing the hope. I'm not trying to sell you the hope no more. I'm trying to give you the raw and uncut. I'm trying to give you the raw and uncut. I'm trying to give you the necessities for us to get to the next level, bro. Because there's no way all these nations is winning, and we've been here, built this shit, and we don't have nothing to show for ourselves other than women twerking when they get fucking diplomas, and niggas want to still be gangsters during the day, but be bate boys at night. Come on, man. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about, bro? You can't tell me you niggas is not seeing what I'm seeing. You can't tell me you're not feeling what I'm feeling, bro. It's not working. If it's not working, then what's the solution? What do we use to fix this problem? Huh? Praying is not working. Praying is not even allowing us to come together. So if that's not working, what can we do to fix this problem? What can we do to fix this problem, bro? Do you think it's time for us to try something else? Do you think it's time for us to go down memory lane, go down the rabbit hole and see what was really effective when it comes to black people? I don't care about what the Caesars did and what the Bavarians did. I don't care for what they did. Those are not my people, bro. This is what black people don't understand. I don't care for that. You shouldn't care for that. That should not be that shouldn't even be a discussion. Like, what? No, and this is no disrespect to Europeans. And like, I wouldn't expect the European to care about black people problems neither. I wouldn't expect you to. You understand? Like, as the black man that as the Alkebulan Kidnapped that I am, the representative, bro. For me, when people talk about what happened to the Khazars in 1940, I'll be like, yo, bro, I don't care. Because your situation can never overshadow what happened to mine. What happened to me. It can never overshadow that, bro. And you can try your best to try to regulate that. That won't happen, bro. That will never happen, bro. You could try your best to try to regulate. That would never happen. I would never put another nation's turmoils and atrocities, genocide over mine. Especially when mine is still going on till this day, bro. Y'all niggas is crazy. Y'all niggas is crazy. And it's like, yo, bro, at least try, bro. And I don't listen. I'm so thorough, bro. And I'm just such a real Alkebulan kidnap, bro. I don't even care if you don't even want to know about Africa, bro. I don't even care for that. As long as you are educating yourself with with black wisdom, knowledge, and you're teaching this to your children. Like your children should know more about black history than anything European, especially when you only get a month and not even a month, bro. You get 24 days of black history, and there's always going to be a speech and the dog being sick on you civil rights protesters. They're always gonna give you the reminder, bro. Probably give you a lynched here, probably show you a burnt church there. But yo, bro, at the end of the day, my nigga, that's not it. I'm just saying. That's not it, bro. That's not enough. That's not enough for me to say, hey, yeah. No. We should be teaching our children, bro. These niggas is so thorough. Them like, yo, we're gonna remove black history from the schools. None of you niggas is gonna know. If you expect us, the enemy, to teach you about you, you're highly mistaken. You should know. You should be teaching yourself that. And we got black people in an uproar for that. Mad. Oh my gosh, why would he do that? He's an evil, racist man. What? Since when black people ever looked for Europeans to teach black people about black people? I'm trying to process that. It just can't sit in my brain. It can't sit in my brain that we really believe that. That's not a racist move. That's your ancestors telling you it's time for you to go back to work. Stop seeing things in a minute way, son. Always say, yo, what's the reason? That's what I say. Yo, mama love, what you trying to tell me? What you trying to tell me? What did I do wrong? Oh, this is why they doing that. Oh, this is what's going on. You people going crazy about this whole Philadelphia, Texas, Houston, New York. It's just a high rise of HIVs going on. People's like, oh my gosh, oh. I mean, and you know me personally, I know how I got there. You know what I'm saying? But when I was talking about it, you guys said that I was nuts. But I know how it got there. But that's neither here nor there. The fact that we don't see the fact that the reason why their ancestors is allowing such things to happen to us is because we've been wilding. We as black people been wilding. We putting our dicks in every pussy. Pussy's opening up for every dick. Don't matter who you are, where you live. This is what was going on. The ancestors like, you know what? We're going to put an end to that. We're going to put an end to that. You don't understand that the reason why these people are doing what they're doing to you is because you've forgotten where we at. You've forgotten what was going on. You really believe that you are a part of this. No, my nigga. You are a property. And just like every other property, sometimes they want to do demolition, bro. Sometimes they want to do demolition. And the ancestors is not protecting you because you're not protecting yourself. You're not keeping your end of the bargain. The end of the bargain is to continue fighting for your freedom to go back to your land where they took you from. No, man, they want to make it here. And for those that claim that they're from America, nigga, they fight for America. You over here bitching like everybody else. This is your land. That makes it even worse because now they're on your turf putting laws to violate you. Come on, man, make it make sense, bro. Come on, man, make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. All we doing is complain and forget what's going on. And the ancestors is slapping us up. This is a slap. Everybody moving to Houston. All them girls just showing their bodies. Oh, I look good. Niggas want to go to Houston. Yo, my man, shout out to my son, Jay Prince. You know what I'm saying? The dude that be asking these girls the $1,000,000 question. You know what I'm saying? And they be acting stupid. Shout out to my son. You know what I mean? Like, my son is from my hood. You feel me? Like, literally from my hood. You know what I'm saying? If you hear how he talk and you hear how I talk, you can tell the similarities, bro. You feel me? And he posted something like, yo, you think I should move to Houston? But he's showing mad pictures of females showing their, you know what I'm saying, showing their bodies and all that. And I'm like, nah, my nigga, don't even go out there pimping. That place contaminated, dog. That place contaminated, dog. You can't go around the contamination, fam. That place contaminated, dog. That place contaminated, dog. Don't go around the infestation. Told them straight like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the ancestors doing what they doing, bro. Putting an end to the foolishness that we've been doing. We've been doing way too much fuckery, bro. We don't understand that we doing way too much fuckery, bro. It's enough is enough. You're disrespecting your ancestors, bro. You're disrespecting the ones that got the 10,000 lashes on their back. You're disrespecting the ones that got that watched their daughter get raped, and you're disrespecting them, and you're disrespecting them by doing the foolishness that these niggas did to us. That's how you're disrespecting them. No problem. You want to keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Women, you will have no choice but to submit yourself to somebody. You will have no choice. Because what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna have something called premeditated murder. You know what premeditated murder is? Premeditated murder is knowing that you have something, but still didn't care. So you're gonna have a lot of these women knowing that they are, knowing that they're HIV positive, knowing that they got some level of sexually transmitted disease. But the problem is they're never gonna tell nobody, bro. And when they get in trouble and they get arrested, they're gonna be a charge. And I promise you, there's gonna be a law put in place that's gonna throw all you niggas and bitches in the can because of that. See, this is what the ancestors is doing. You're going to it. Listen. One thing about us as black people, son, we are very hard-headed and stiff-necked. And sometimes we need a universal beating for us to get back to reality. When slavery took place, that was a universal beating for us to get back to reality. Like I told you before, slavery occurred after Christianity came into the land. Let me say that again. Slavery occurred after Christianity came into the land. Christianity, because it came into the land by the way of the Congolinians in the name of King Alfonso. This is why you see the Congo is the only country in Alkebulan that suffers more than any place ever in Alkebulan. You know why? You know why? Because King Alfonso was the first one to bring the Euro-Christian ideology and convert it and made people drop their ancestral traditional roots and ways, drop it and follow the ways of the Christians. And because of that, they've been getting beaten ever since. Their ancestors ain't even let their foot off their necks. And to make matters even worse, the foot of their ancestors on their neck so hard, bro. It's on their neck so hard, bro, that in any given moment, bro, I want to be shocked if one day you woke up and you seen that the mass majority of these people had been eradicated, bro. That's how much pressure the ancestors got on their neck, because they have not begged for forgiveness according to their biblos. They have not repented from what they did. Because some of them is still into the Islam, some of them is still into the Christianity. They have not yet for repented for what they did, and that's why they're still suffering. You guys don't listen. You don't gotta listen to me, man. You could just look up the facts, bro. Look up the facts. This is when everything bad happens to us, bro. Just look at the facts. The things that's all around you. If you pay attention and you look clearly, you're going to see exactly what I'm saying, bro. We in a spiritual battle and we are not even spiritually equipped, bro. We trying to fight that. We trying to fight the enemy using the enemy's tools. And you're wondering why the enemy's getting stronger. It's like, yo, bro, it's like Thanos is being built. Every time a Christian, every time a Muslim, every time a Jehovah Witness, every time a Bantu, every time an Israelite, every time these guys come together and pray, they give Thanos power, and these niggas stand up and they make more laws and do this and destroy more of the earth. And this is what black people, prophecy's happening, guys. It's happening. We're about to, the second coming of Christ is coming. Nigga, second coming of Christ came a long time ago. The second coming of Christ came when the ships, when they came with the mercenaries into your land, they said, nigga, you better submit yourself unto Christ. This is what the Pope did. This is what Pope Nicholas did. This is what his son Caesar Borgia did. This is what they installed in the Bible. If you look up the Orsinian family, you will have a clear understanding of what I'm talking about. This is why in the New Testament you find the word father, but you don't find the word father in the Old. You don't ever hear Abram saying father. You don't ever hear Jacob saying father when it's referring to God. Never. But you hear that in the New Testament because the Orsinian family wanted that implemented, just like they wanted Jesus implemented, just like they wanted the image of Jesus implemented. See, you guys don't understand what's going on. And at that time, they removed the book of Revelations. Revelations was not into the Bible until the late 1700s. That means every time that book was being put together, the book of Revelation was being removed. Why is it being removed? You know why? Because it wasn't going against the powers that was controlling at that time. It didn't fit the narrative. But the book of Revelations fit the narrative right now. Yes, put it there. Let them have hope. Let them believe that. Let them trust that. And while they're focusing on that, we're going to destroy the entire world. We're going to destroy their children. We're going to make it hard for them to work. We're going to make it hard for them to live. We're going to put them in so much submission that they're going to turn you into such a crackhead that a lot of you niggas is going to suck a dick for a pipe, bro. I promise you that, because we have lost our way and the ancestors are fed up, and this is what you're seeing. This is what you're seeing. Talk that talk, June. I know. I'm going to talk it because a lot of you niggas don't understand what's going on. You understand? A lot of you guys don't understand what's going on. But yo, support the movement, bro. ROD Pod. I was supposed to do a podcast. I didn't do it. I was lazy. I ain't gonna lie. I was chilling, working out. My shoulders is getting better. So I was doing my push-ups and I was just chilling, man. Chilling, you know what I mean? The Wiz, having our conversations, you know, our weekly conversations. That's another thing too, man. A lot of you guys, if you're in a relationship, man, have a check-in with your woman, bro. Whether it's once a week, whether it's, you know, twice a month, have a check-in, bro. Check the temperature of what's going on in a relationship. See what you're doing wrong that maybe she dislike, or whatever you're doing she likes, or what's right. But, you know, do the necessary things, bro. You feel me? Just do those necessary things, because like I said, the objective is to restore order, bro. We gotta bridge that gap between man and woman, bro. It's a big gap. It's a big problem. It's a big issue. We had a spiritual war, and I'm gonna talk about this big black woman that they put on 42nd Street that got the entire world in an uproar. I'm gonna give you a rundown on that. You understand? So support the movement, man. It's your brother, man. We outside, and I'ma holler at y'all, man. One.